Hey guys, Alex here from Homeschool of Bel Air. On today's video, I wanted to give you guys a quick look and review on the McGraw-Hill Reading. If you're interested in finding out more about this curriculum, stay tuned. Okay, so before I give you guys a more in-depth look into this curriculum, I did want to give you guys a few key points. This is something that you can definitely find through Amazon. That's the only place I've ever only seen it. I purchased mine used through Half Price Books. I got it for a really reasonable price. I've seen it used on Amazon for about the same amount, like $5. I would be hesitant about buying it used from Amazon. The reason I bought it used was because I was able to look through it and I was able to see that there was really nothing written in the book and nothing really was missing. It is a curriculum that my son is enjoying. I am enjoying. It is simple to follow. It is a super colorful work textbook. Meaning, for some of you guys that don't know what a work textbook is pretty much a work textbook means it is a textbook and a workbook in one. So this is basically all you need. I do make additional sight word pages, like worksheets for my son, just to kind of help him, just to give him a few reinforcements with the sight words that he's learning for the week. This curriculum does focus on one phonetic sound and one sight word per week, as well as one reader per week. So this is a little reader that we read for the entire week, and then there's accompanying activities to do throughout the week. Being that I don't have the teacher guide, it has been pretty easy to follow. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to show you guys from the beginning, couple lessons, and then I'm going to show you guys some of the newer lessons. Some of the lessons that we haven't worked on. So the way that I handle the lessons is I do 2 pages per day. So the way that I set it up is, for instance, if this is one whole week here, we will do those 2 pages on Monday, those 2 pages on Tuesday, those 2 pages on Wednesday, these 2 pages on Thursday, and then these last 2 pages on Friday. The blue is the reader. The reader, we just tear it out, and I usually do that on Sunday night, and I set it up inside his work bin. So let me go ahead and show you guys the first lesson. So first lesson would be from page 6 to page 17. So here's page 6. And then page 17, like I said, would be 1 week's worth of lessons. So then again, this would be what we would handle for Monday. This is our reader that I tore out from, and usually the readers, the second or third page before the end of the lesson. So again, this would be Monday. This would be Tuesday. This would be Wednesday, and as you can see, he gets an extra practice page for the sight word for that week. And the reader is super simple. It's just the house, and it's just focusing on that sight word. Super simple to read, super simple to follow for a kindergartner for the first week of school, obviously. As you can see, it belonged to a little girl named Patricia. Like I said, I bought it used, so some of the pages were written on. It wasn't a big deal. So that would have been on, so again, that would have been on Wednesday. Then you have the lesson for Thursday, and then finally you have the lesson for Friday. And Friday you get a little bit more reinforcement with the sight word, and then you jump into lesson number 2. Now for lesson number 2, again, here's your reader. The sight word for lesson number 2 is going to be A. So a gift, a cake, a friend, a pizza, a yo-yo. Super simple. So again, you're just doing a little bit of letter recognition with the capital to a lowercase. You get a few little basic concept type of activities. Let me see what else. Same thing. This one, you would have to draw a line under what happened first, what happened next. Super simple activities. Again, you get your reinforcement page for your sight words. And then again, in this one, you get a review with the first lesson with the sight word the. And then again, you jump into lesson number 3. So now in lesson number 3, instead of letter recognition, we're actually focusing on the phonetic sound N. So here we get into the activities where you have to circle anything that begins with the letter N. You have to write the N. Obviously, my son didn't do that. This one, he had to color certain things, you know, and usually with these kind of lessons, it gives the parents instructions or teacher as to what the student should be doing. So like I said, it's super easy to follow considering I don't have the teacher guide. So again, you get your phonics activity page with the letter N. This one, what I like about it is that it also gives you activities, not just beginning sound N. This activity here is ending sound N. So you have your little activity for that. Another little basic concept page. And for this one, your sight word is my. So obviously the reader is my. And it's super simple again, just like the other two, where you have my school, my teacher, my lunchbox. Again, super simple to follow. This one, you do a little bit of letter recognition. And here again, you get your second page with the sight word practice. So you get my, a, and the. So by this point, your child should already be knowing these 3 sight words. So then you go into the next lesson and so forth. So you gradually move on. So from there, as you go through the lessons, you start adding obviously more sight words. You start adding some of the phonetic sounds that you've already been learning in the previous lessons. You start to put them together to create words. So like for instance, here your child should already be adding 3 sounds together and then your sight word and then 3 sounds together to create complete sentences. So I'm going to show you guys just a few more pages. So again, super simple to follow. This one, they would just have to figure out who is this person? Is this dad or is this nan? It's dad. So then they write it. So you get a little bit of writing practice as well. This is how the sight word practice pages look towards this area, where you get a few of your CVC words along with your sight words, and then whatever words that they feel like obviously you don't know how to spell yet because you haven't learned those phonetic sounds like dog. They'll just add a picture. So it makes it super simple for the child to still be able to feel like they're reading a complete sentence. So yeah, so this is still the beginning type of lessons. Let me get to some of the most recent ones. So once you get into, let's say, the lesson that we just had, these are the sight word practice pages. So again, by this point, your child should already be reading all this. My son is already reading all this. He's doing a great job actually with this curriculum. If we look at one of the more recent readers, you're going to notice it's a little bit longer. They're not going to be like the beginning ones where they just have the sight word. Because by this point, obviously, your child should already be putting CVC words together. And then the readers follow this curriculum. So all the sight words that they've already been learning are going to be incorporated in the readers. So let me show you guys how the new lesson that we're going to be starting up next week looks like. So this is going to be the new lesson. This is what it looks like when it's brand new. So we're going to be focusing on the phonetic sound L. So you have your activities to go with that for Monday, your activities for Tuesday. You have your sentences that you have to read. And with this one is almost like reading comprehension. So your child would read the sentence, and by looking at the picture, they would have to circle the sentence that is describing the picture. So I love these activities. He actually loves these activities too. So we have that. So for this one, the sight word is go, that we're going to be focusing on for next week. And then this is where the reader is. So as you can see, it is about 4 pages into the lesson. The reader, like I said, I tear it out on Sunday. I staple it and have it ready for him inside his workbox. I sometimes stick it, if I feel like there's just too much going on in his workbox, I'll just stick it in the beginning of the lesson. So like that, as soon as we get ready to work on it on Monday, his little reader is ready to go. And usually we'll do the lesson first. We'll work on his sight word, and then we'll go ahead and read the story. So I'll show you guys that in a bit. Okay, so again, the sight word for this week is go. The little reader obviously is going to focus on the word go, along with the sight words that we've already learned and phonetic sounds that we've already learned. The reader is super easy to build. It's basically just one page or 8 pages for the little book. So then this would be the lesson for Thursday, and then again the lesson for Friday, and then you would move on to the next lesson for the next week. And again, the little reader would be in here. It's ready to go. All I have to do on Sunday is tear this out, staple it, tear it out, cut it in half, put it together and staple it. And then I have it ready for him for Monday. So again, this curriculum is something that we've been really enjoying. It's something that is really teaching my son how to read. I didn't realize how well this was actually helping him to read. This is going to be definitely a curriculum that I purchased for my daughter for when she's ready for kindergarten, because I am enjoying it that much. So let me go ahead and show you guys real quick how I do the sight words for the week. So as far as sight words go, along with these flashcards here, and I'll try to link these in the description box as to what sight words they are. I purchased them through Amazon. So what I do for the Sunday also is I'll print out his sight word pages, and all I'll do is, this is a template that I created on PowerPoint. So all I really do is I go on my PowerPoint, I change up the sight word every week, I print them out, and then I'll also go on either Pinterest, on education.com, on Teacher Pay Teachers, and I'll look for 2 to 3 other ones. I'll usually try to have at least one worksheet for every day of the week. There's times where Friday we'll skip a worksheet. So like for instance, for this week, I only have 4, which is no big deal. But this is how I reinforce the sight word for that week, for the activities. And then again, the flashcards. And as we go through the weeks, I just keep the flashcards in here. And this is something that we go through every single day. We go through the flashcards every day. And like right now, for instance, he's been going through these flashcards so fast. Like he's been able to just read them, obviously by sight, by just looking at them. There's still a few that he has to somewhat sound out. This curriculum has definitely made it a lot of fun to learn how to read and to teach him, because it's just so simple. So this is how we've been working out of this curriculum. It is a curriculum that we're totally enjoying. Again, I'll show you guys the readers. So these are all the little readers. I've been saving them because it is something that my son sometimes likes to go through his work box, and you'll pick some out and just kind of read them. And I'm totally okay with that. I feel like it's actually making him enjoy reading, and it's making him almost just want to pick up the little readers and read them because they're so simple to read. He really gets confident about being able to read the little readers. And that makes me very excited and very happy. So again, the McGraw Hill Reading curriculum, definitely recommend this. It's a beautiful curriculum. It is so super simple to follow. Again, it is a work textbook. This is really all you need. Again, I do the sight words only because I like to reinforce the sight words, and I feel like sometimes the flashcards is not enough for my son. But the beginning of the school year, we just did it with the flashcards and the readers, and he did fine. That is all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any form of questions, anything, comments, feel free and leave them in the comment box, and we will talk to you guys later.